Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you hear me? Turn me up in the headphone. Look, black women in church trying to sing away their problems, paying ties to a pastor, molest your children and rob you. He ain't concerned with their condition and black people problems. Send some prayers up to the Lord, shake loose all their pockets. And to add to the stress, shit, we all divided. He got caught up in the trap, he could've went to college. Selling box ain't your only option. How you single with 4 kids with a rainbow flag in your bio? He got caught up, came home with a drug problem. You get famous off of murder. Niggas love sliding. City filled with gun violence. Everybody got switches. Religious grandchildren is doing most of the killing. I don't consider this living. We in hell. Gave my nigga life, I heard him crying in his cell. Uncle sneaking in her room, but she afraid to tell. How you expect to get justice? She blind holding scales. Yeah, all the wrong shit make you real. You ain't focused on oppression when you just trying to live. I've been in the fields just like Pop Warner. See my brother catch a body, we was sophomores. Devil buying a strong man and put the locks on him. Now the family all destroyed, so I got stock on them. I ain't mad, just a warrior for the wrong cause. How your ops look like you in the wrong war. For real, yeah.
Yeah. What's going on now?
To observe for the most part. You know what I mean?
You want to do the intro?
Salaki, I say that again, sir.
I say you want to do the intro?
Kind one gun, sir. All right. You know what I mean? Welcome again to another Breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. You understand? We have host, Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayatak, and me, Officer 500, Kayad1. I don't know. Ready for breakdown. You know what I mean? A serious stronghold tonight. You understand? Yeah, man.
Yeah. And tell them how the island doing from the hurricane, man.
All right. So
what's the hurricane name? Beryl or Beryl?
Kind of one cancer. So Hurricane Beryl passed through Jamaica and caused, you know what I mean, some devastation, especially in Clarendon and St. Elizabeth. You understand? You have a lot of people right now without light, you know what I mean? Phones are not up in certain areas, you know what I mean? Internet and them thing there. And you know what comes with the rain and thing, mosquito, and without electricity, you know that already. You understand? Certain people houses are demolished, some people. But some part of the island got it less than some, but you know what I mean? It did damage, you understand?
And the last major one that come through was which one?
Was all right, it was a back-to-back, you know, it was Dean and Ivan.
Oh yeah, I remember Ivan. I think it was Gilbert too.
Gilbert
was one of the
famous one.
Yeah.
Kind of one guns.
All right, that's
during Ivan's though, my community where I live felt it horribly. Many houses got buried. You know what I mean? People have to dig them house out of, you know what I mean, out of the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah. So being what me remember, yes, my age, you know? So that
No, for sure. Because Jamaica is one of them places too. The way where they sit in the Caribbean, it's known to, you know what I mean, to have, you know what I mean, hurricane. You know what I mean? Trinidad, on the other hand, Trinidad don't really get hurricane like that because of where they're situated. But the other islands, you know what I mean, some of them get hit real hard with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so where we at today?
All right, so on the topic, kind of one cancer, on the topic of the hurricane, you know what I mean? So the rich oppressors them here in Jamaica, one of the heathens that the British have put over us, Lebanese, Azan, children came out, you know what I mean, and to rub salt into our wounds, you know, basically made an insensitive post about Jamaica and concerning you know what I mean, those who suffered the hurricane. You understand? So this was a Azan daughter, one of them, you know what I mean, third or fourth generation, you know what I mean, enjoying the sport. Yes. Go ahead.
Don't tell me Jamaica people in 2024 and Jamaicans still think these heathens love them. These heathens care about them. Please don't tell me that. That's how we doing on the island.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yes, sir. To be honest, though, you know, our people kind of, what we would say, hot for them people a long time, you know, because we know that them benefit off of the spoils of Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Right.
And people know a little, you know what I mean, that they don't care for the poor. So when one of them piglets come out and start, you know what I mean, flex on us, everybody run on to it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like when the Chinese them start talk them crap people run on and you know what I mean start give it to them because them know that the Chinese them benefit and we you know what I mean we are left behind. But it seems like many people were shocked that she said what she said, you know. So
yeah, man. We gotta get out of that whole vibe of being shocked when a heathen. You know what I mean? When somebody who's not one of us says something negative towards one of us, it's like we should expect it. And we should put things in place where we could start separating from these people. You understand? But because you know what I mean, because you have a government that is, you know what I mean, suffering the way it's suffering, right? With the IMF. You know what I mean? You really, you know what I mean, you're really in a tough place.
Right.
You understand? You're really in a tough place. Like you need, and that's why we need, as the Bible say, you know what I mean, the Bible say, gather together. We need to gather together because on our own, we can't do nothing. Me by myself,
one country.
I can't do nothing. But me with a bunch of Jamaicans, with a bunch of Trinidad, with a bunch of Grenadians, Bajans, we could do something.
Right.
You know what I mean? We could hurt them where it really could hurt. You understand? We could hurt them. And with the heathens, what you have to check is always come down to their pockets.
Right.
You understand? She came up with an apology after. Why? Because this family knows they have businesses.
One country.
Because of her words, these businesses could start suffering. Because the only people that have business with on the island is who? Majority is black people on the island.
One country.
You understand? Like I don't think Jamaica is as has the population like you know what I mean like with Trinidad. Trinidad, I believe by now might have you know what I mean, equal amounts of you know what I mean East Indian and blacks on the island. But I think Jamaica more likely more blacks than East Indian, more blacks than you know what I mean any other ethnic group that's on the island. You understand? So they know what she said could cost them money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now, you know what I mean? So now she has to come out and do what? And apologize. So read what she said for the people on them.
One cancer. So basically what she posted was, all right, so the post is she moving towards a jet plane, you know what I mean, which shows you that, yeah, she's one of those rich azans. You understand?
Yeah.
See? And our caption was, us coming back to Jamaica after abandoning it. You know what I mean? Those are strong words from a little 16-year-old girl. You understand?
Yeah. But go ahead.
Gun for the hurricane. So she abandoned Jamaica for the hurricane. Then acting like it didn't do anything to the country. You see what I say, sir? So she used some words that are very strong words. You know what I mean? All right. For example, if she did say, us going back to Jamaica after the hurricane, you know what I mean? And done. See? It's not wrong with it, but you use words like us abandoning Jamaica. All right, Slakia, if she did say us leaving Jamaica to escape the hurricane, see, and then going back to Jamaica after the hurricane, you know what I mean? Everybody would understand that. Anybody who had that opportunity would take that opportunity. You understand? But she used words like abandon, meaning you are in a position of power to help Jamaica. That is what you're claiming with that word, you know. You see yourself as somebody who can help the country, but you abandon the country. It's almost like a parent saying they abandon them child. You understand? That is words where, you know what I mean, people in authority use. You understand? Abandon Jamaica. Mean you think that you're powerful in a Jamaica. You understand? And you come acting like, listen, you're acting like it did nothing to the island, talking about the hurricane. So you have to come back to ignore the plight of the poor. You're making a statement clear. Slakia, go ahead, sir.
No, you're correct. And that's why give me Deuteronomy.
Kind of one
Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy, I think, is either 22 or 32. Hold on.
Kind of one cut, sir.
Hold on.
You know what, the stranger that is among thee.
We could get that. You could get that one too. Yeah, you could pull that one for now.
Kind of one cancer.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43, and it said, "The stranger that is within thee shall get up very high, thou shall come down very low."
And that's it. You understand? Like people, we upset because we know the rich. You know what I mean? We try to. It's almost like, especially we know the rich supposed to take care of the poor, and the rich not supposed to. You know what I mean? Like talk down. You know what I mean, on the poor, and when the poor is being basically oppressed. You understand? Like that's what we expect. But we had to understand we are compassionate people. These heathens are not. That's why they could get rich and not give a damn about you.
Right.
That's why they could get rich and then jump on a plane and say they're abandoning you. Because to them, you are just, you know what I mean, how to put it, like a product. You understand? You just a means of them getting rich. But outside of that, you're not welcome to their home. You're not welcome at the table. No. You know what I mean? You're not welcome. You're not even welcome to it. If that jet had space on it for one black Jamaican, you're not getting on that plane.
Right.
You're not. You understand? And we need to snap out of it quick and stop thinking these heathen care about us. Not because they ain't saying anything mean they care about us. Not because they're saying something mean they don't care about us. Either way, they do not. Even if they say nothing or they're silent. You know what I mean? How the brother say it? What's your brother name? Chronic Law? A silent river run deep. You understand? Like don't think because these rich heathens silent on the island mean they are against what this woman is saying. Because where were all of the rich people that had planes?
Right.
Where was their plane? You think the plane was on the runway? Where no, all the hurricane is finished. No more hurricane. Where the rich people? Where this what they call them? Shazam?
The azans.
The azans. Where the azans on them?
Right.
Where they are? Nowhere to be found. Why? Because they don't care about black people on the island.
Right.
They care about that pocket.
Go
ahead.
Salakia, sir, she said it. They
Mhm.
abandoned the island. You
Yeah.
understand? And we can almost bet you that is something she probably hear her daddy say. You understand?
Yes.
You know, spitting out the same sentiment that, you know what I mean? Maybe this time around, if the hurricane mess up Jamaica, we won't be giving any helping hand because, you know what I mean? You know, every time they want us to rescue the island or, you know what I mean? That kind of arrogant talk. So like yes, sir.
No, hold on. No, what kind of businesses you say they have in Jamaica?
So them own electronic stores, furniture stores, you know what I mean?
What it,
and stuff.
So who you think gonna make all that money back right now? Because a ton of people electronics in the house get destroyed. A ton of the furniture is more than likely get destroyed.
Kind of one cancer.
So they fit into benefit.
Right.
From all of this. You understand that? That's why she could be so happy. And because this year they know if their business was suffering for X amount of years, they're fitting to make all that money back right now.
Right.
You understand? They're fitting to make that money back right now. Because guess what? You say electronic store, so more than likely they're selling generators. Right? Remember we were looking for generators this evening? What happened? All of them sold out.
Sell off, kind of one cancer.
You understand?
Kind of one can.
All of them sell out. You understand? So they're fitting to be, you know what I mean, if not rich, richer.
Right.
You understand? Right? Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 21. So what you just read there was a punishment from the Lord for disobeying him. The reason why these heathens are able to come among you and get high above you. Remember, Jamaicans ain't Lebanese. These people come from Lebanese. How the hell? They're rich. When they don't have the majority of people on the island. You think you could go to a Jamaican store in Lebanon and become rich?
Right.
Or them people driving you out of the country.
One can.
You're leaving out of the country and you're leaving back whatever kitchen, whatever store you have to leave everything there and you have to go back to Jamaica. But now you could come amongst us because we're the most loving and caring people and passionate people on the face of the earth.
One can.
Read this.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Slack it. One can. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30.
You're going to say something. Go ahead and say.
One can just to say, me have an article that tell us why them came to Jamaica. They were fleeing persecution in their own country and looking for a better life. You understand? So so we call it ironic that now them are going to become powerful here in Jamaica and then basically speak down to the poor, basically, so like
yeah. You know what I mean? And who could fault them when you have black leaders in the country that ain't coming up and saying nothing?
One can.
You understand? None of your black leaders down there getting up and saying anything about this. But read this to me here.
One can, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 21. And it says, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
You understand? And what are all that? All the marijuana on the island, all the Rastafarianism, all the Christianity. We have provoked God on these islands.
One can.
You understand? We're provoking the Lord on these islands. Right? Read on.
One can. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
That we jealous we couldn't get on that jet. We looking at that jet and we are jealous we couldn't get on that jet and leave out of, you know what I mean, harm's way. We jealous. And the Lord said he was going to move us to jealousy. Read on.
Right. One can. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
You understand? So now we angry with what this foolish person has to say.
Right.
You understand? Now we angry at what they have to say.
Kind of one kind.
I mean, that's how the Lord will operate. You understand? You provoke him to anger, he gonna provoke you to anger.
Right.
You understand? You may not like it, just like the Lord, he don't like it when you're smoking marijuana.
Right.
You understand? When you're in the church abusing women, children, he don't like it. You're on the island and you putting everything over the Lord, doing what the Lord said to do. You understand? Eating crab, shrimp, lobster, you know what I mean, pork. And you think the Lord's sitting down looking down from heaven and he good with that? Because you praying over a meal he telling not to eat? No. Then the azans and them gonna have to come in and they're gonna have to say things to provoke you to anger. So you can wake up to let you know that these are not God's chosen people. You are, and you have to obey the Lord. Understand? Yeah, you could read it.
One cancer. So this article is a Gleaner article, an old Gleaner article, and it says the arrival of the Lebanese. It said the beginnings, the story of the Lebanese in Jamaica begin towards the end of the 19th century. Unlike their fellow immigrants from China and India who had begun arriving in Jamaica in the mid-19th century.
You see how the Bible said they are confederate against thee. They are.
Right.
Right? Read on.
One cancer. The Lebanese did not land on the island as indentured laborers. They, like the fake Jews that had come centuries before, arrived by their own free will, albeit fleeing religious persecution.
Right? Religious persecution.
So
they came to Jamaica because they can practice being a Christian across in Lebanon. You understand? They couldn't do it. So guess what? Let's go to Jamaica. You understand? Let's set you all up in Jamaica. Read on.
Most of those that fled were Christians.
Yeah.
Who suffered religious persecution at the hands of the Muslim Turks, who controlled most of the area under the Ottoman Empire.
Yep.
At the time, that region of the Middle East contained people from an area known as Mount Lebanon, which was then part of Syria, hence the common confusion between the terms Syrian and Lebanese. So, let me scroll down, sir.
Yeah, come on.
Down to where them start list the names of them who came here. You know what I mean? So this said, contribution to Jamaican life. The Lebanese introduced the popular flatbread known as Syrian bread, a staple of their diet to Jamaica cuisine. They gave the island a beauty queen, former Miss Jamaica and Miss World, Lisa Anna Panton, which you know she's a politician right now, sir.
Wait. That's the one who coming up against Vibes Cartel?
I think so. I think one of the times she'd have come up against him.
Yeah, I think I hear that name already.
Lisa Anna, she
yeah, I think she's the one who say he had too much control. Something she was saying towards him. Yeah, but go on.
One cancer is part Lebanese. Names like Anna, Mahfoud, Issa. You know about Issa boys and girls champ, sir. The athletics in Jamaica, sir.
Wow. And they can't run. And no Lebanese never, run nothing. They control. Go ahead.
Mahfoud is also a popular one. Them in a politics and thing. You have Joseph Amar. You have some Amar chain stores here in Jamaica. The Azan. You have Shukir, Karam, Unique, Corey, Fadil, Feeney, Dabdo, which big in politics. Yeah, Matalan. Matalan is very popular. Them and
that's the one who Raz Carter sing about Tony Matalan.
Kind of one can.
Yeah, how they could come across here and own so much land.
Kind of one can.
Yeah.
I think that one is the biggest, and then the Azans. You understand?
So now I understand why she has an issue.
Kind of one can.
That Lisa Hanna, if she's in politics. Because Vibes Carter was really against basically the aristocrats. Right. They're basically that. The rich people in Jamaica, the majority of them are not black. You might have your prime minister, but you have people in the country that's richer than the prime minister, richer than the president, richer than the one that run in the what you call it again, the bank.
Kind of one can.
You understand?
Kind of one can.
Like rich.
So lucky
singing about it. Come on.
These are the ones that give campaign financing and determine many of the what you call it now, the policies of Jamaica, sir. You understand?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, read on with that one. Edgar Siaga, he was one too.
Siaga was a Syrian. He was a Syrian.
Okay, but what I think what they're trying to say also too is the Lebanese and Syrian ain't no real different. It's just
kind of one
place.
Kind of one cancer. Yeah. Kind of one.
I mean, yeah. Read on to last but not least.
Kind of one can. It said Matalan, Zadi are giants of retail, tourism, horse racing, industries, and manufacturing. Last but not least, perhaps the most famous Jamaican with Lebanese descent is the most honorable Edward Siaga, the country's longest serving Minister of Parliament, current leader of the Jamaican Labour Party, which this article was written in that time, and former Prime Minister. His contribution to national economical, social, and cultural development are legion.
Yeah, so I mean they you see they get set up. You read this whole article is them setting the Lebanese people up in there. And this is what your prime minister to come out and say, because most of these policies in the country is set up for these heathens and them to prosper from.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they have generational wealth on that island.
Right.
And they're using that money to basically further oppress black people on the island.
Right.
You know what I mean? But go ahead. This is the apology here?
Kind of one cancer.
Go ahead, play it.
1 second.
Yeah, listen to this apology. Like, and the apology coming from her alone. She's 16 years. If she did a crime, her parents will have to come and answer for it. She's 16 years. She's a minor. Right. Depending on the crime she commit, the parents and them, you know what I mean, will have to come and sit in court. You know what I mean, and testify and say, you know what, this, you know what I mean, my daughter, she made an error, this, that, the other.
Right.
But she come up with the apology and not the parent. She's 16 years. She's a child.
So that, yes, sir, that apology was well scripted.
Yeah, that them going on. They go on and go and get the lawyer, and the lawyer told her exactly what to say on the video.
Kind of one cancer.
You understand? How we know that? Let's play it first. Let's play it. Let's hear. Whatever her name is. What's her name?
Azan.
Yeah, let's hear one of Miss Azan daughters here. Let's hear what she had to say.
Dear people of Jamaica, my name is Samantha Azan. I'm 16 years old, and I recently uploaded a TikTok that was so insensitive, hurtful, and disrespectful I truly am sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I want to apologize for my actions and words and the pain that they have caused. I live in Florida, and I was just in Jamaica for summer. I also want to make it clear that my family is not affiliated with any of the Azan businesses in Jamaica or anywhere else. I realized that the video was so thoughtless, not knowing the consequences or impacts that my words and actions could cause. For that, I am so sorry. This situation has really taught me an important lesson about the power of words and the importance of respect. I truly am committed to learn from this mistake, and I will educate myself and make sure it never happens again. I really hope you guys can forgive me, and I want you to know that I truly am sorry, and I meant every single thing I said in this video.
Okay. For once, we ain't see no tears fall on the eyes.
Kind of one cut.
Two, she ain't talk nothing about, donating money to the relief fund for the hurricane victims. You understand? Three, she lying about how she not affiliated with their family in Jamaica. Now, if it wasn't affiliated with that family in Jamaica, then why are you apologizing?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Why even give an apology?
Right.
Then your apology means nothing.
Right.
If you're not affiliated, basically.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
This event is not even a super viral event. Meaning, not many people did a video on this. It's just a couple famous people, and it trickles out. There's not many videos. It's not a super viral event. So for she apologize, she didn't even have to apologize if she wasn't affiliated with anybody. You understand? Because this did not, many Jamaicans didn't even know say this happened.
Yeah, because many Jamaicans right now, either the house underwater, they have no internet, they have no power.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The majority of the island, in distress. Like, we trying to, help each other through this. And she, on TikTok, saying whatever she want to say. Freedom of speech. You understand?
Right.
But this is what we know. That ain't no real apology.
Right.
You could tell she was reading a script. That ain't come from her. She was told to say it.
Right.
So also go on there and say it. Because why? The what I call them azams, they are business people. And they know their business could suffer from saying things like this. You understand? So go on there and apologize. Because she wasn't the one holding the camera. Somebody else was holding the camera. Other people was there too.
It could be a phone, like, you know what I mean? It could also be a phone and a stand. It look like she's inside her sitting down.
Nah. Somebody was holding that phone.
Oh, you mean first video?
While she was jumping.
Yeah.
All happy going to the plane.
Yeah. Kind of one country.
The person who was holding that should have come out and say, I'm not affiliated with her. No, this, that, the other.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, who cares? I expect this from her. Why? Because as I said, she is learning this from mommy and daddy. She's learning this from her uncle and her aunt. You understand? To just feed off of black people. But watch what you're saying. Watch what you're saying to them. You understand? Because then we may look bad. Because really and truly, they outnumbered in Jamaica. How in the hell are they able to have a business? Why it is a black man in Jamaica don't have that business? Why? Because they were set up. Unlike us, they stick with their people. Unlike us, they were basically set up to be in Jamaica. But me and you, me and you had to work harder. I mean, me and you had to go to college. Me and you had to be sold a dream. Now, one day we could be like the Azams. One day. And it never comes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Any more on this?
Sir, That is all right.
You understand? Give me 1 John 3:18.
Kind of one can.
I mean, it's more so for for black people, so that we can realize, a con game when we see one. We realize a real apology from a fake apology. You
Right.
understand? I mean, most of us, we know, when it comes to love, you don't love me, you don't do this to me, that. You know what? You know when somebody don't love you.
Right.
How come you don't know when these heathens don't love you? That's the problem. When that woman right in the house and that man right in the house with you, he don't love you based on, whatever he's doing. But how come we don't see these heathens? What are these heathens doing for black people on the island? Read this to me.
Kind of one cancer. This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18, and it says, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue."
Meaning, you can't say you love somebody and there's no action behind it. Me saying I love you and I'm punching you in the face,
right,
is conflicting, contradicting.
Mm-hmm.
Because how could I say I love you and I'm punching you in the face at the same time?
Kind of one can.
That makes sense. That's why we say love is a action. You
Right.
understand? Hate is a action. And from the action that we're seeing, this healing is given off. They don't like black people. It's clear to see that the family does not like black people.
Right.
Because read on.
Kind of one can. And neither in tongue, in deed and in truth.
You know what I mean? Now, you azams or whatever, you hearing what we have in Syria right now. What you all should be doing, you all should be pouring your money into these black communities.
Right.
And helping these black people out. These black people made you rich on the island. And then you had a child, who was being brought up, who has a bad upbringing, poor upbringing. You could clearly tell she doesn't, you ain't teaching her no kind of compassion to the people you're robbing and stealing from.
Right.
You clearly see that. That's why you have her reading off some paper, or some computer. Why? Because if somebody was taught to have compassion, then ain't no reading taking place. It coming from here.
Right.
You understand? It'll come from here. And they'll come from me saying, well, I am sorry for what I did. I'm not affiliated with the family.
And all them things.
Yeah. So and then the video being edited to make it come off as if you're sincere. You're not sincere.
Right.
Just like your forefathers and them for years have not been sincere towards black people. The same thing.
Right.
You're just learning from your oppressive family. You know what I mean? Anymore?
That's it for the azan. We have an article though, with Burna Boy. You know what I mean? Burna Boy seem like he's trying to be, the bully, of the, what do I call it now? The dancehall and reggae.
Nah, they get him dancehall. He trying to be a bully to any show he going to. He ain't no dancehall. What do I call that? Afrobeats. Johnny Come Lately.
What me that say still was dancehall and reggae. Offspring.
Nah, that ain't no offspring. That bastard child. You don't want that. You know what I mean? They got a whole lot of Afrobeat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead. Let me hear the article.
One concert. This said, Burna Boy disrespected Steel Pulse at Summer Jam Festival says the reggae band's guitarist.
And that's the problem I'm telling you with us. We compassionate to these people. And when I say these people, meaning these heathens that don't really have no compassion to us.
Right.
None whatsoever. Don't even regard the men who lay the path for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even do it. Why? Because Burna Boy is not one of us. He's an African. And he's
Right.
behaving like an African.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? His forefathers enslaved our forefathers. And he's acting like that because he knows it. You understand?
Can.
He knows that every people, other people on the earth, they abuse black people, whether it be from the Caribbean, whether it be from South Central America, whether it be from America. We are abused, you understand, mentally and physically by these other groups. You understand? By these other ethnic groups.
Can.
You know what I mean? And this should clearly, this is not the first time Burna Boy doing this. He's not the first time in here. I saw him kicking one of his fans off stage.
Mm.
And he's still rich. He's still making money. We're still running to go see him.
Can.
We're still up in this, you know what I mean, Afrobeat. Ain't no Afrobeat supposed to be playing in no black club. You know what I mean? To me that disrespect. You trying to play Afrobeats with dancehall or with reggae music? Nah.
And
You know what I mean? Come on.
just like you said, you know what I mean? Even the same situation with the Azan. We love these heathens and make them so rich that them come back and, you know what I mean, disrespect us. You understand?
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
Yeah, they come back and, you know what I mean, full out disrespect you. And then guess what? Tomorrow in the papers, they're going to see a apology.
Mm-hmm.
And now, guess what? He all back in the good books. He come to Jamaica, his crowd going to be sellout.
Can.
Because we all up in this Afrobeat. They're all up in the original, man, BS.
Mm-hmm.
When he does not love you, he does not care about your people. He will take your money and he'll go back to Africa. You understand? And we need to wake up. We need to start waking up. We need to recognize that these other nations are parasites and they're feeding off of us, sucking us dry.
Can.
All right? All right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Can, sir. It says Nigerian Afrobeat superstar Burna Boy has come under fire from reggae fans after allegedly disrespecting Grammy Award winning reggae band Steel Pulse by attempting to force them out of their dressing room at the recently held Reggae Summer Jam Festival in Germany.
Just like they force us out of Africa into them boats.
Can.
You understand? He want to do the same thing. He wants to, you know what I mean, abuse one of us for his entertainment. And this Steel Pulse group them men up in age are sure. Them are no young boys.
Can, sir. Elder them. Big
You
man them.
You understand what I'm saying?
Can.
Like you have an African trying to treat, you know what I mean, these men who up in age.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
You know, treating one of our fathers them. You know what I mean? Our grandfather them like this. You understand? And like what you said, men who pave the way so that him can no benefit from this, you know what I mean, abominable half shoot from, you know what I mean, reggae music. And him about just disrespect the man them. You know, that is the spirit show you where them about do in the future, you know, sir. Them plan to come and take it over as if they are the ones that created it. You understand? And then rub it back in our face as if we are nothing. So that
because nobody knew about him until Vibes Cartel had a song with him. You understand? Him and the I think the dude name is actually Afrobeat or whatever. You know what I mean?
Can.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? To hell with them on the Afrobeats, man. They could keep that. They could keep the Afrobeats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Leave us alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? You brothers, you hear Burna Boy going to be at some venue. I mean, if you could turn it down, turn that joint down, man. But I know we need the money. You know what I mean? But don't let no African disrespect you like that. No
Right.
African go come and force you out and to do anything at his pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell he think he is? You know what I mean? What did the Bible say about Ham? Get up, get up.
And the Zondervan?
No, in the Bible. I'll get it for you. All right. Go to Genesis 9:25.
Can, sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9 and verse 25. And it says, and he said, "Cursed be Canaan,
Mm-hmm.
a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren."
Yeah, that you know what I mean? Who is Canaan? Canaan is who?
The son of Ham.
Yes.
Can
And
one.
who's the son of Ham? The sons of Ham is them Nigerians.
Right.
You understand? Them Ethiopians, them
Can.
Ghanaians, right? Them Africans.
Right.
You know what I mean? All up in the Afrobeat. What did the Bible say about them?
Can, sir. It says, and he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren."
He was going to be a servant of servant, meaning
Right.
he was going to be the bottom at the bottom.
Right.
He that had to serve us and serve who's serving us, which is these other nations. And now you have that trying to force you out to a dressing room. Oh man. I mean, you have a walking bowel movement trying to force you out of your dressing room.
Right.
Or we in problems. We ain't taking that. And them brothers stand the ground. They stand the ground, right?
Can, sir.
Let's read it. Let's read about them standing their ground.
Can. It says, the uproar began after Steel Pulse singer and guitarist David Electric Hines shared on Instagram that Burna Boy, who arrived at the festival with a large entourage, had demanded additional dressing rooms and attempted to displace Steel Pulse to accommodate his team. Burna Boy and security crew fully disrespected us. Steel Pulse official tried to kick us out of our dressing room so he could have 4 dressing rooms for his massive entourage. Soloin Brown, original member of the Steel Pulse, was livid.
I know that.
Can, and our team stood our ground.
That's right, brother. Stand your ground.
Right.
Read on.
Can, and told them to beat it. And you can't do that to people, especially to a band that has paved the way for reggae music. The guitarist noted on a reggae post about the festival.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Get Steel Pulse a hand, man. Get them another hand, them brothers. They stand the ground. You understand? Then let Burna Boy and his entourage, you know what I mean, try to scare them into giving up, you know what I mean, their rooms.
Right.
You understand? Like we really have to recognize that we need to start separating from these Lebanese, from these African, from these oppressors,
right.
who is the so-called white man. We need to start separating from them. And the Chinese, who on the island that own almost all the grocery stores.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We got to start separating from them. You understand? You got to start doing it. Start putting things in place. Because, you know what I mean? Because otherwise you will have men like this thinking they could come and do us anything, and there's gonna be some problems. Understand? You have anything to bring up? Anything to say on it?
Sir, you know what I mean? That is a good ending to the show. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for
Because
time.
the both stories is basically almost the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, these two heathens who try to, you know what I mean, one tried to make light of, you know what I mean, situations in, you know what I mean, that is detrimental to black people right now on the island.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And then the other one tried to take advantage of, you know what I mean, basically these older brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Which is, you know what I mean, and it's two heathens.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect anything better from these heathens.
Right.
But what I expect better from us is to know that this is what is expected when you're dealing with heathens. And we're going to have to start to wake up. You know what I mean? We got to start to join with each other. Start finding ways. You know what I mean? Oh, you grow crops, I grow livestock. Let's start, you know what I mean, doing some trade. Or you own a grocery, it's 5 miles away, but the one closest to me is 0.1 miles, which is the Chinese grocery. You know what? I'm gonna go that 5 miles.
Right.
You understand?
And
before you know it, that 5 mile could become 0.1 mile because the Chinese store got to close down because ain't nobody buying no groceries from the Chinese man. You understand? Because he ain't in Chinatown.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You go find that black grocery and you put your money in there, but it's going to have to be a sacrifice. You understand? We ain't getting this without a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
The oppressor, he sacrificed, and he got Jamaica, he got Trinidad, he got the Caribbean, he got the whole entire earth with his sacrifice. You understand? What you willing to do? You know what I mean? To build your black community up. What we willing to do as a black people? We willing to give Burna Boy a chance? We willing to give these what do I call them?
Lebanese Hazans.
These Azans a chance?
Right.
No. I rather give, yeah, I mean, the brother down the street a chance. You understand? The butcher down the street, I rather give him a chance. The farmer down the street, I rather give him a chance. Not these heathens. You know what I mean? I know we come up any time. You have anything else to bring out?
Sir, just to tell those that are watching to like, subscribe, you know what I mean? Follow all our pages. We have a Linktree link now, so you find that in the bio of all our pages. Click that and you will find all our social medias. You understand? And this is the Breakdown podcast where we break down the stronghold that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. You understand?
Mm-hmm. That's right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Check us again every Friday. Comment, support, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's wake our people up. Let them realize, you know what I mean, that we have to stick together. You know what I mean? We had to stick together. All right? Good to go?
Got one concern. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.